Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei Team Goppo zum neuen Video mit mir, Fidi, und zum nächsten Deck-Profile des Goppo Cup 3 und heute mit dem drittplatzierten The Duck Murderer und wieder eine GIGAVISE-Liste. Hello, Duck Murderer, nice to have you here. Do you want to introduce yourself very quickly?
Yo, it's Duck. I'm not really sure what else to say.
No, that's fine. How did you come up with the name? Is there a backstory to it?
It's just always been that, to be honest. Like
Okay,
for as long as I can remember.
so like your gamer tag always.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've got your list open here, and it was one of the 3 GIGAVISE lists we had in the tournament. And maybe you just want to take me through your deck list, just through those cards that you feel should be mentioned. Yeah, just go ahead.
Um, yeah, I mean the list is pretty standard. I think things that are notable are probably like the gores and the main, I
Yeah,
think is the
for
biggest
sure.
one. I really like that because a lot of the times the way that you beat Gigavice is you just rush them down, and Gores
Hmm.
just stops that, especially when you're on bricked hands and you're just waiting to see another piece.
Yeah, we saw a lot of very slow mirror matches where there were like a few turns of just drawing into combo pieces and not being able to do anything. Then a gods would be nice in those kind of situations, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't. There's not really anything huge in the main. I feel like this is like the very standard list. There's no like cool text or anything in the main.
Yeah, maybe we could. I mean, the spells are pretty much standard for all lists, and then the traps are where it's kind of getting a little bit individual. Maybe you decided not to go for Solomon Trapstun in the main. Is that also because you had the gods?
Yeah, I've always been a fan of Solo in the side because of
Hmm.
the bird matchups, and it's really only nice when you're going first to like
Yeah,
protect a board or a push.
yeah. We can
Um,
we can jump to the side deck as well if you want.
so yeah, I've got the two breakers. It's just a really good card. Goes 2 for 1 with Dyna. It's also just 1900, so it's
Yeah.
pretty good into like GVs or Blackwings,
Hmm.
and those matchups you struggle with. And then I've got the one of Cactus Monster. I've been trying it out, especially for like the mirror match, because it's just like he's just a solid beater, and it makes it hard for your opponent to play. I've got the double consecrated because I think the Blackwing matchup is pretty difficult, and with the decrees, you can just like win the game.
Yeah, you opted to go for the decrease over trap stun. Is that also like you want to have the constant protection from the decrease so you can stall out with maybe Cactus Bouncer or the Consecrated?
Um, so I feel like for most decks, I'm as soon as I can combo and I don't have to worry about the back row, it's pretty much fine. And yeah, it stops your own traps like the Wind Blast, but usually you're in a spot where you can sequence them. So you can go like end phase, Wind Blast, hit something, flip the decree, and then they're just really far behind.
Yeah, then you have a really big tempo swing in your favor.
Yeah. Um, I've got the double crow. I feel like a lot of people are playing crow right now. It's just good versus like most decks,
Yeah.
and it's kind of needed, especially going second when you just can't stop your opponent. Um, I've got the one Mobius on the
Yeah,
side.
that's
You didn't
interesting for
really.
sure.
I was on this for a really long time because I think it's really good being able to go mark, take something, and then pop two. It's a nice trade.
Hmm.
But with so much more Mask Restrict popping up, I might take it out for like a third breaker.
Okay.
Um, I like the Vanity's Fiend a lot because same thing, mark, You can just tribute and then just like end the game, push through gores. If you don't have an OTK through gores, you can just stop in the combo mirrors, good versus forks. He just does a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I've got the one AAU. I feel like a lot of GIGAVISE players are playing this just for the mirror because it's so good. LV's just a really strong side deck option. Gets over Dyna, Floodgates, like an opponent's Vanity's Fiend.
Yeah.
I've got the MST inside. I'm pretty sure most people are playing True Nade heavy. They're just the sweepers you want to see.
Yeah. So you just wanna get around Royal Oppression for sure.
Yeah. And then Royal Decree for the Royal Oppression.
And the Solemn Judgment inside as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so you opted to go for a lot of monster floodgates in the side deck. Did that work out well for you in the tournament run?
Yeah, I think so. I think it worked out pretty well.
I'm just gonna pull up your matchup so we can have an understanding of how your tournament went. Your first round, it seems like you played against some Neos hero variant.
Yeah, he was running like, I don't know, like Hero Blast and Common Charity. And I was kind of just was wondering what was going on.
Yeah, we were.
Especially in round one.
Yeah, you can get hit with all kind of stuff in round one. Yeah, then second round you had a no-show, right? So your first little nap break, maybe.
Yeah, it was kind of nice having a no-show, being able to just move up.
And then you played against GBs?
Yeah. I think the matchup is playable, but it can be really hard at times if you don't have the right answers. And one thing you have to do is keep them from making Heraklinos, or you're fucked most of the time.
As a deck playing 23 spells and heavily relying on them, that's probably the most broken card to summon against you.
Yeah, once he hits the board, it's usually GG.
So what would you say, how is the matchup? Is it like 50-50 depending on how early they get the Heraklinos out, or is it like slightly favored for GBs?
I think it's favored for GBs. I want to say, I think it's like a 60-40 matchup.
Okay.
Depending on how things go.
Then the next round, I think you played against your next elemental hero deck, the pure hero deck. That won Austrian nationals a couple of weeks back. How was that?
It was very interesting. I remember game one, he made I think he made like Shining Flare Wingman or something. and ended up taking game one, but I was able to just like win games 2 and 3.
Okay.
But I'm always kind of scared when I play against decks like that because you really never know what they're going to do compared to like meta that you've prepped and played against.
Yeah, you might not know when they are able to pull out an OTK or what to interrupt, right?
Yeah.
So then I think you played your first and only mirror match of the night, right?
Yep.
Was it? You kicked chess down to the losers bracket, right?
Yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure they said I just had better hands, and I think I'd agree because it felt like I don't know how I could lose. Like it was just so. I just had everything.
Okay, sometimes that's needed for sure.
Yeah.
And then you had. Do you think you are favored in the mirror match with your kind of side deck, or did you see the other side deck?
I had seen it a bit, and I think that not having AAU for the mirror match makes it a lot more difficult, because AAU just makes your mirror match just so good.
For sure, and you also got Vanities and Cactus Bouncer, so like you can kind of lock him out of playing maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
exactly.
And then you yourself got knocked down to the losers bracket and to a very long break by Chill Phil with Vayu Turbo. How do you feel about the matchup?
I think the matchup's actually pretty good, but if they see power cards like Dad in return, they can still like win.
So that's what happened.
They're just like good cards. Yeah, I think in game 1 I had an option to go for a Gotham's, and his only card in hand was like Dark Arms. And for some reason, I decided against it. And looking back, I really should have just made that, and it might have just won me the match.
Okay, to rip the Dad, or?
Yeah, so I had known hand knowledge, and his only card in hand was the Dad. He had a set return, and then he went like Griffer Armling play.
Okay.
And I had an option to I had like DDR Upstart, a Power Tool, Giga, and Lone Fire on board. And I could have DDR'd to I think I had a Banish Nettles, and then I could make Gothams with the Power Tool. But I decided against it, and looking back, it was just like a really bad misplay, I think, on my part.
But then you got knocked down to the losers bracket, and that's when you took your well-deserved nap and ended up missing the losers bracket finals. I'm very sorry again, but we had to continue the tourney at some point. I hope you understand.
No, I completely get it.
Okay. Yeah, still congratulations on your third place finish. And I mean, in the end, a GIGAVISE deck took it all home, and you're just one of the 3 very strong showings of this deck at the tournament. So, do you wanna greet anyone? Any last words?
Shout out Team Last Minute, our War League team.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I think I should mention half of our War League team has actually gotten top 4 in the Goppo Cups with
Nice.
Jilin, Artemis, and Salamander.
Perfect. Okay, so who's left?
4 more.
Okay. Then
So we just got to get them top in Goppo Cup 4.
Yeah, we gotta get a TLM sweep at Goppo Cup 4 then. Looking forward to it for sure. Yeah, thank you for your time, and yeah, see you around.
See you around, man.